What up, guys? It's Eric V here, Beta Records TV, back in the studio today with another guest. These guys just started a very busy tour, but they made some time to stop by with us here today. Infected Mushroom, how you guys doing?
What's up?
Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Let's start way back when. How did you guys first meet?
It was like in 1995. I came back from India, the whole traveling thing after the army, the Israeli army, because both of us are from Israel. And, you know, I was a keyboard player, and I wanted to do trance music because it was kind of a thing in Israel back in the day. And a mutual DJ friend introduced between me and him. So we started, you know, we didn't know what we were doing, basically. We did the music from a really small room, his room, in the third floor of where he was living back in the day. So, and you know, after like half a year of working together, we kind of established a direction, and that direction was Infected Mushroom, basically.
I want to get a little bit more about this, you guys' backgrounds, because you said you got introduced through a mutual DJ friend, and that's initially what you started doing, right? DJing.
Yeah.
And that's all changed. So when did the transition take place, and what made you decide to incorporate live instruments and big production and everything?
I think it was like 6 years ago, more or less.
Yeah.
You got kind of bored, just me and him on stage. So we wanted to add a guitar. So we approached the best guitar player in Israel, and he said yes, that he wanted to perform with us. And since then we had a guitar player. And then after a while we wanted a drummer. Here we are today.
Decided to add another guitarist. You know, each time we get bored on stage, basically, and we want a bigger show. And each time you sit down with people and say, yeah, well, let's do that, let's do that. Eventually, we listen to some of the ideas.
What's the process like creating songs?
Always I've been asked this question, how hard it is to produce electronic music. It's very hard because imagine it's the same as producing normal music, but we have to think about all the musician basically. Because when you listen to Infected Mushroom, there is guitar over there, there is drums over there, there is singing over there. So it's everything, but we do it alone. So it's basically us thinking about all the musician. It's not like a normal rock group that you come, you sit down all together, you practice, everybody comes with these ideas and stuff. Basically, it's me and him sitting in a room and thinking about everything. So to put on a track or a song or whatever in electronic album like ourselves, it takes a lot of time. Most of the big electronic acts on the world take like Chemical Brothers or Moby or stuff. I've been out there for 20 years. So it takes it's a long process to become a big electronic band. So we're here working hard and touring a lot, doing the albums and spreading our music to more and more people.
And what's the biggest crowd you've ever played to?
Oh, we played...
In Korea, no?
Yeah, 500,000 people or 1 million people in Ipanema Beach. It was pretty, you know, intense, but we got used to the big festivals around the world, and it's scary in the beginning, but you get the big vibe from this kind of amount of people. But we also like the small events. Good 500 people that are dancing really strong to our music could be as fulfilling and powerful as, I don't know, a million people. So every year we do 100 to 120 shows.
Wow.
So this is every year in the last 4 years. So the schedule is really hectic. We try to take 1 or 2 months a year off. So we do 120 shows or 100 shows in 10 months usually.
Your last album came out, what, a couple years ago?
2.5 years ago came Vicious Delicious. The most successful album of Infected Mushroom until today. Now comes the new album, which is 2.5 years later. I think this album is more heavy than the previous album. A lot of heavy metal influence. We have Jonathan Davis from Korn singing on the album. We have Perry Farrell singing on the album. Matt Sorum from Velvet Revolver and Guns N' Roses drumming on the album. We have, of course, Rogerio and Tommy, which are our band members, participating in the album because it's something new.
Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. It's always a pleasure. You'll have to come back and see us when the album does drop. And you guys, we'll see you, Eric V, Beta Records TV. See ya.
Coming up next, we're going to be talking to one of the most epic songwriters, Diane Warren. So stay tuned.